Lowell Darling bills himself as an urban acupuncturist. In addition, he says that he is a scientist, but I have to let you know he's also an artist and a humorist. He's prowling the streets of Portland these days, hoping to be able to cure us of urban blight. During his stay, you'll be able to watch him as he applies the ancient techniques of acupuncture to the streets and lands of Portland. Why Portland? Why are you here?
Well, a group of concerned citizens got together and invited me because they'd heard about my work acupuncturing Los Angeles in '74 to help it through the intended or the proposed next Great Depression. Remember the Depression that they threw in '74 and nobody went to. And then in February, a small town, Port Costa, California, was given a notice by the federal government to get their sewage up to standard, or they were going to be fined $10,000 a day, which meant that the federal government would have owned the city within a period of weeks. So the town council's first official act was to invite me in to acupuncture the sewage system.
Now, what's the matter with Portland? What do you have to attack here?
Well, so far, I mean, just personally, I haven't found anything really wrong with Portland, but it has a common problem here on the West Coast of sort of the drought and the, you know, not enough rain. I guess you were talking about that.
Are you a rainmaker too as well, Mr. Darling? Or?
Well, we acupunctured the river. See, what we do is we find out what areas of a city relate to what parts of a human body, and we find out what problems they share in common, and we acupuncture accordingly.
How do you actually go out and physically place
needles in the ground, and we find out like what meridians, you know, where the energies flow. In Portland's case, a couple of things we did. We acupunctured the river as a atrophied artery, main artery. It's been sort of denied. You know, they build factories on it and pollute it. They tear the trees down, you know, on the sides of the river, letting the earth fall into the river. And you know, the people have actually stopped traveling on the river. They travel by train and freeways. And
when can we anticipate rain then?
Well,
Dr. John's been trying.
It rained right up until today, didn't it?
It was a little.
I remember when we put the first needle in the city hall, a cloud came over. It was darkened. It was
by magic.
Yeah, it's like the end of the robe or something. I don't know. It was acupuncture starring Charlton Heston.
You've done this around. You have some letters that you brought with you from different people. Mayor Bradley in Los Angeles wanted to congratulate you for helping them with. Do you want to read us a little of that?
Well, it was just a letter thanking me. Here's an interesting letter from NASA back during the. We wanted to send rocks back to the moon. We thought we might be throwing the solar system out of balance.
You can just read it very quickly.
This one just says, your letter to the Vice President suggesting that Earth rocks be sent to the moon is hereby acknowledged.
They aren't quite in touch. We're out of time. But if you're interested in hearing more, you're going to be appearing at Reed College, right?
Reed College, Sunday at 4.
Okay, thank you very much for being with us, and let's hope that something good happens to Portland.
Well, as more and more women enter the labor force, adequate child care facilities are becoming increasingly important. Just how do women feel about daycare? Well, Linda King tells us.